Hello everybody, my name is GriimYT and welcome to the Bass Music 2023 Roundup. Now, this time around we're doing something a little bit different. Instead of making 3 videos like I did last year, which honestly was pretty cool, it was more organized, this year we're going to do it in one video, just straight up everything, make it a little more concise, a little more, confined instead of having a bunch of videos. This year, 2023, was so good for bass music. I mean, there was just some incredible releases that I definitely want to cover in this video, some of which I did review already, some of which I didn't. So there's a lot of stuff in here. I waited until the very end of 2023. That's why this video is coming out in 2024, because there were still a few releases I wanted to check out from last year. So here we go, though. Some really good stuff. We're going to go through albums, we're going to go through EPs, and then singles. And without further ado, let's begin. So I'm going to talk about a few albums here first off that I did really enjoy, none in any particular order, just a few albums I really liked, and then we'll talk about my favorite one. First up here is one I did not cover, Effen's Cheap Thrills album, which is his debut album. And yeah, Effen's an artist that I did actually enjoy quite a bit. I loved his Never Say Die stuff, so when he released his debut album, I was very excited to see what it would be like, and it was very cool. A few of the singles that I really liked from it, Get On It is really good. Yesterday's was great. Easily my favorite track off the album is Rabbit with Jaqui. Man, what a great song that is. I'll talk about that more with the singles, but I also like Sorry, Divine, Null, Black Magic was pretty good. There's some just great songs on there. It's a great album. So definitely Effen has that kind of sound nailed, and he has his own distinct style nailed. Really good to see. Maybe we'll get remixes, who knows, but great project from him. Definitely check it out if you like that 80s vintage sound or like that 50s, 60s vintage sound with like heavy bass music. Great project, really liked it. Next album we have here is another one I did not review, but is really good as well. Kill the Noise's Hollow World. Kill the Noise, of course, very popular producer, very experienced, a really OG producer in the game. And this is his third album, and it was quite good. I did like the one from last year. I thought that one was pretty good. Embrace, I believe it was called. It was pretty good. So this album was pretty decent too. I really liked Mirage with Feed Me and Tasha Baxter. That's an awesome song. Ultraviolent is great, very heavy, just gnarly. And Broken Pains with Volgatron is really good too. Great album from him. He's a seasoned veteran, so expect nothing but great produced music from him. It was awesome. And I gotta say, I definitely want to see more from him. This is probably gonna get remixes like his other albums. And this one was really, really good, so definitely check it out. Next up, I want to give a shout out to Inhuman in general, because he had 2 albums last year, one of which I covered, that would be Pandorum, and the other I did not, and that would be Arrival. Arrival I'll talk about because that was like the Inhuman album. I didn't cover it because I just didn't listen to it when it first came out because I didn't have any time, so I did listen to it after the fact, and of course, it's just a great project from him. If I had to pick a favorite song from it, it would definitely be Antimatter. I believe that was an ID from his Rampage set. Man, that's a great song. So really excited to see what else he's got planned. If you've been following him, you'll know that he has decided to change his name back to Code Pandorum, and the Code Pandorum project is coming back. So I'm very excited to see what that's going to contain. I suspect we'll see a lot of really well-produced bass music with the Code Pandorum style instead of the Inhuman kind of techno-y experimental style. So, Rival was a great album as Inhuman. It was really good. Of course, I already covered Pandorum. That's a great album as well. So both of them were awesome. So shout out Inhuman, although now I guess I should say shout out Code Pandorum. So I'm very excited to see what the future holds for him. Alright, next up here we have a producer that I never have listened to before once, but I saw a lot of people on Twitter saying that this was an amazing album and it was really worth checking out. That would be ISOXO's Kids Gone Mad. Like I said, I've never listened to ISOXO once, but I remember when Space Laces was getting a lot of I wouldn't say like backlash, but like when he released his song In the Place in December, a lot of people were saying that they don't understand how he has the platform and like the status that he does, and I could talk a lot about why that's just insane to me and a lot of other people. And I saw a lot of people saying that like there was a lot of producers that had that status like ISOXO, so I was like, all right, let me check out his first album here, and it was pretty good actually. I was surprised. I thought it would be like cool but like not my kind of thing, but I enjoyed quite a few songs on it. Vox Cutter was great, Star Sound, Shy Pop, Pressure. There's a lot of great songs on it, so I really did enjoy it. Would I say that he's as good as Space Laces? I can't say because obviously everyone has their distinct style and their distinct sound. So to sit there and compare is just not fair. But what I have here is a great album. It's really good. And yeah, very unique sound, very cool, distinct style here. And it was very, very good. So yeah, that's all I got to say. It was great. Really cool. Next up here, I want to mention again Spaghetti's The Noodle Effect. I reviewed this back in June when it first came out, and it's still great. Yeah, like I said, I love a few of the songs on here. Bangsky was great. Hammer Time is very good. Voice, I think is it called Voices? That one was pretty good. But I have to say, my favorite one, I don't know if I mentioned it in the video, but it's definitely grown on me. Easily my favorite is Fraga with Hero Bust. That song is so sick. I love that one a lot, and that's definitely my favorite from that album. Really, really cool, unique sound, melds their style perfectly, and it's awesome. So, but yeah, that's a great album. I just wanted to give a shout out to it again because it was really good. So yeah, it's still pretty cool. Next up here, we have another album that I did not review, but I should have for sure. Black Tiger Sex Machine's Portals album. This came out, I believe, in October, and it was awesome as well. Black Tiger Sex Machine, what a great band, what a great project. This is, I believe, their fourth or fifth album. I think it's their fifth album, and it's really, really cool, really good. There's a lot of great songs on here. Skull Machine is really good. Mind State is really good. The one with Wad is awesome. I love that one a lot. Shame there wasn't another Yuki collab on here because I love Deathstalker a lot. They make some great collabs, Yuki and Black Tiger Sex Machine. So that was really good. And yeah, it's a great album. Bounce as well with Eddie. That song is nuts. That might be my favorite. That song is nuts. So it's just a great album, really great project. Maybe they'll do another album this year. We'll see. But yeah, Portals was awesome, really, really cool. So definitely should check that one out too. And finally, for the albums, my favorite album of 2023, by far, YVM3's A Tragic Beginning. I was very skeptical to check this out because after hearing Deliverance, I was like, okay, I can see what this project is like going for and who it's being, made for, but I just wasn't into it. So when I checked out the full album, I was a bit like, okay, we'll see. But yeah, I was blown away. It's insane. It's absolutely insane. From start to finish, it's just an incredibly well-crafted and put-together project. Torment was an ID that I loved from their Instagram, so when I saw it was fully, finished and released, that was really good. Echoes is easily my favorite from the album. That song is so insane. The fake out is crazy. The sound design is crazy. It's awesome. Serpents as well. Not for me, but I can definitely see the appeal. It's pretty nuts. It's just an incredible project. If you love that heavy, insane, like almost death metal kind of sound and heavy electronic music like Sun, Death, and Murata, this album's for you. Which reminds me, who is behind YVM3? My money's still on Sun, Death, and Murata. Of course, I have no idea if that's true or not. We'll just have to wait and see. If they are behind it, I wouldn't be surprised. If they're not, then I wouldn't be surprised either because that would just seem too simple. So we'll see. But yeah, that is an incredible album. And yeah, Tragic Beginning, definitely the best album of 2023 for me. Alright, so next up here, we're going to talk about some EPs that I really, really enjoyed. First off here, we have Versa with not one, but two EPs, Irreparable Damage 1 and 2 on Malignant Music. Both are excellent EPs. I didn't review these because I listened to them literally like a month ago because I wasn't really into Versa back then. But yeah, two great EPs, really liked them both. They're really, really cool. And yeah, definitely have to say I really like Versa's sound. That tear out kind of sound is awesome. So really, really good stuff, and I really enjoyed it a lot. Very, very cool. Next up here, another person, Badclat, who had two EPs, the Inferno EP on DPMO and the Boombox EP, which came out on Rude Service. Both I reviewed already. Both are excellent EPs from Badclat, who is another OG that I'm really happy to see making music again. Really great stuff. And yeah, both EPs were awesome, so you can check out my reviews of those on my channel. They are both great. I did like the Boombox one a little bit more, but they're both excellent. You'll like both of them. They're really, really good. So Badclat crushed it last year. Hopefully this year, we'll see some cool stuff from him. So yeah, very cool. So another EP that I didn't review from my channel last year, but I really did enjoy, Sisto's Engulfed EP, also on Malignant Music. Sisto is somebody that I never really listened to, but I love Malignant Music because it's Murata's label, so whatever they release I check out. And when Sisto had this EP, I thought the cover was really cool. I heard the previews and I thought it sounded interesting, so I listened to it, and yeah, it's pretty insane. Really great. I loved all four songs, Engulfed, Iron Collar, Throwing Limbs, and Dreadborn. All four are insane. Great stuff. I actually like Iron Collar the most. I think that one's really cool. So it's a great EP from him. And Malignant had a great year this year. They had some great EPs, and I think this one might be my favorite. It was awesome. So yeah, really good stuff here. All right, next up here we have Vastiv with the Animals EP on Rude Service. Yeah, Vastiv is an artist that I thought was another just basic, run-of-the-mill heavy dubstep artist who, didn't really have much going for him besides his heavy sound. However, after hearing this EP, that has completely changed. He is one of my favorite new artists, just an incredible producer. I mean, this EP is just insane. Animals, the title track is pretty good, but Summoning Man, incredible song, incredible. Might be one of my favorite songs of last year, period. Just nuts. It kind of gives me Overkill vibes. It's got the heavy metal elements mixed with the dubstep. Crazy song, crazy EP. He's insane. I also did like the All On Me EP. That one was pretty good, but this one's way, way better. This one's really insane. And yeah, hopefully this year, we'll see some good stuff from him too. I expect to see some really cool stuff. He did some great remixes as well last year as well. So yeah, Vastiv, just really great artist. A lot of potential. Definitely check him out. And this EP especially, really cool. Another EP here that I really liked, Panda Eyes' Orange Soda EP. Of course, Panda Eyes is my favorite. Why I didn't review this? Well, because all the songs came out as singles instead, number 1 and number 2, is because it wasn't really like a heavy, crazy EP. This was just something cool, a few songs that I really liked from him, especially Bell. What a great single that is. I'll talk about that one more in the singles area. That song is just so good, man. So great. And yeah, he's great. I love Panda Eyes. He's my favorite of all time, and this EP was great. Nice little chill number from him. Hopefully we'll see some more stuff from him this year. So yeah, this EP was pretty good though. Another great artist here who released an EP, Flux Pavilion's Fluxiverse. I reviewed this EP back in November when it came out. Yeah, just a great EP from Flux Pavilion, who is one of my favorites in the game right now. Just an incredible producer. And this EP is awesome. I think we'll see a part 2 this year most likely, which is great. He said he has some really good collabs. I believe one with Excision, one with Funcase, another one with Eliminate. So yeah, we got some great stuff coming up from him. I'm very excited. I'll definitely review whatever he releases this year. So but yeah, this EP Fluxiverse was really great. Awesome stuff from him. And finally, my favorite EP of 2023, hands down, Company's Quorum EP. I mean, honestly, I've been listening to this EP ever since it came out in August, like nonstop. It's just so good. Everything in it is ridiculous. And I think especially Company, he definitely is pretty hit or miss. Some of the tracks he's done are just kind of like not for me, or I wasn't a fan of like his remix for Sullivan King and Kai Wachi. I didn't really enjoy much, but this EP is insane. Easily my favorite of last year. It was my favorite in August when I heard it, and ever since then, it's still been my favorite. Great, crazy stuff, crazy stuff. Solar Plexus especially I want to highlight. Easily one of my favorite songs of last year. It's just nuts. I'm so glad that ID's finally out. This is just an incredible EP. Really, really great collection from him. And hopefully this year he releases some more stuff like this. So yeah, Quorum, definitely my favorite EP of last year. So finally we move on to the singles, and yeah, I'm just gonna basically go through my playlist of all the singles that came out last year that I liked, and just talk about like the best of the best ones instead of going, because the thing is I would have done like last year where I do like every single from my playlist. Last year I had 55, so that's why it took forever. This year I have 141. So if I did that, we'd be here for 3 hours. I know you guys don't want to see a 4-hour video of me talking about stuff, so I'm going to talk about the best of the best singles only. And of course, we're going to start off with Space Laces, who kicked the year off great last year with Survive. Yeah, this is just a great song. I loved it back in 2023. Been listening to it all year. It's awesome. Great single from him. High Voltage Recordings was also announced with this, so very exciting and very promising stuff. So yeah, the future's looking bright for him, and this song was great. So good way to start the year. Next up here, another excellent single. We have Murata's Rage Room. Yeah, this song is just nuts, man. This is the heaviest song Murata's released last year, and one of his heaviest songs, period. This is just crazy. Ever since I heard it, I was like, wow. It's nuts. Definitely got a different style and flow than a lot of his other songs, but yeah, it's just an insane single. Just really mind-blowing, just really heavy stuff in your face. Really loved it. It's very, very cool. Another great single, we have Space Lace's Left to Right remix, the original, of course, by Odd Mob. Yeah, Space Lace's, the last remix he's done was 2012, I think, or 2011, so it's crazy to see him finally do another one, and yeah, this song's great. The original is kind of cool, I can see the appeal of it, but we know Space Laces, he crushed it here, just way better. It's just awesome stuff. I really, really enjoyed what he did with the panning of the vocal. I think that's what the original had, so, but it's just awesome. Really, really great stuff, so yeah, very, very cool. Hopefully he does more remixes. I want to see more remixes from him because he always does great ones. So yeah, this was awesome. Next up, we have Megalodon with Proper. Megalodon is one of my favorite artists from Never Say Die. I absolutely loved his Blood Oath EP from 2022. So 2023, I was excited to see what he would release. And here we have Proper on his Bypass Audio label. And yeah, this is a great single from him. Really, really cool. I love how it uses the same vocal as oh my god, what's the song called? A1. It's from I believe 2019, I believe. So it's cool to see the same vocal reused again. But yeah, this is just great. Really, really cool. Yeah, very good stuff from him. He had some great singles this year, but I think this one might be my favorite. This one was really good. Next up, we have Boss Fight with Vermin. This wasn't his first single of the year. That one was Power Play with Pegboard Nerds, but I much more enjoyed this one. You could definitely tell the influence from Survive by Space Laces here. It's got that kind of melodic kind of sound here, but it's just awesome. I love Boss Fight's style. Very raw and very like gritty almost. It's awesome. So yeah, this was a great song, very good, and yeah, really cool single from him. He had some great singles this year, so you'll see more of him this year, or on this list. He was great this year. Next up, we have my favorite single of the year. I would save this for last. However, it did come out in April, and I'm going chronologically, so that's why. Yeah, the Dominate VIP from Space Laces. Not much else to say. It's mind-blowing. The video of him announcing it is like one of his most popular videos on social media, like Twitter and Instagram and stuff. It has tons of views, and it's nuts. This song is massive. The original of Dominate is like one of my favorite songs ever. So, of course, I had to check the VIP out, and my gosh, it's crazy. So, yeah, crushed it. I want to see more Space Laces VIPs because this one is insane, and yeah, really, really good. Next up here, we have Kaiwachi and Prosecute with Clinch. I really liked Kaiwachi's EP from last year. By the way, that EP was pretty good, but this single definitely was one of my favorites from it. This song is just insane, man. Really, really crazy. I love the sound that Kaiwachi has, that just thick, massive, just beefy dubstep sound. Just awesome stuff. He always has good releases. I also loved his track with Company as well, which came out on Company's Quorum EP. So, but I already talked about that EP. It's just insane. So, but yeah, Clinch here, really, really cool, really massive. Love it. Next up here, we have Company again, but with Boss Fight, Next Snap. Yeah, this was awesome as well. Like I said, you'll see a lot more Boss Fight. His singles this year were just insane, and this is another one. Really cool to see them collaborate, Company and Boss Fight. So, yeah, this song's awesome. Definitely want to see more collabs from them. I want to see like 3 more because this song is just so cool. So, yeah, great stuff from them. Really like this one. Next up, we have Midnight Tyrannosaurus with Steps, and this song is Ballad of the Ravenous. Yeah, this is just insane, man. Midnight Tyrannosaurus is an artist that I never really listened to, but it was in my release radar, so I checked it out, and it's insane, man. It's insane. One of the heaviest songs that I've heard last year, just so nuts. Really, really cool, though, and the whole EP was good, but this definitely was my favorite song from it. This song is just nuts, and I want to see more Midnight T this year, because he's really sick, too. This is awesome. Next up, we have Excision and Benda with Hyperdrive. I'm going to tell you guys right now, this is the best Excision song last year for sure, like 100%. It was really cool, just really, really good. Benda is a great artist, and I did enjoy his EP last year, so I can see why Excision collabed with him, and this song is just insane. Out of all the Excision songs last year, this is the best one. It's nuts. It combines both their styles really well. It's a really, really cool song, and yeah, I love it. To this day, it's really good, so really cool stuff. Next up here, we have not really a single, but I definitely want to talk about this. The Only Love Can Save Us Now Odd Prophet remix, the original, of course, by Kesha. Yeah, the fact that Odd Prophet did a Kesha remix officially is insane to me, and I'm sure to him too. And I actually asked, like, in his comment section, like, how did this happen? And all he said was, it's not about what you know, it's about who you know. Which is definitely very, very true, and I can see that because, yeah, this is just nuts. So, yeah, really, really great single here. Not a single, but, like, just great song, and I figured I'd talk about it because it's so good. And, yeah, really, really cool. Definitely cool to see him do, like, an official remix like this. It's pretty nuts, and he crushed it. All the other remixes were pretty good, but he crushed it here. This is just awesome. Next up here, we have Wales with No Rules. Now, this song is very unique because Wales released an EP last year on Disciple Roundtable that got a lot of backlash for being very short and very rushed almost and not finished. So what he did here is create a 9-minute song of all kinds of different drops into like one song to like kind of like say like screw you to all those people. And I think it worked pretty well. The song's pretty cool. I like the way that it has all these different sounds in it, and yet it kind of flows really well. It's like Heave by Murata from 2022. It's like it's got all these different drops in it, but it kind of flows pretty well, so it's pretty cool. It's almost like a little mini mix. So I really like it. Yeah, Whales was great last year, and this is definitely a pretty good song. So next up we have Odd Prophet back again with two singles. I'll talk about them both now. Blessings and Desire. Yeah, both of them are just awesome, especially Blessings. That song is ridiculous. Really just well put together, well like cut, very complete, just really, really good. And Desire, just a great song, great melody, really cool vocal, very fun and catchy. That's a great single. So yeah, Odd Prophet had a great year last year. Crazy like official remix from a major artist like Kesha, and then two great singles. He crushed it. 2024, I want to see some more from him. He is awesome, so this was great. Next up, we have Hall with Poetic Pit. Yeah, I love Hall. He's just a great artist too. He had a great year this year. Spoilers, Mind Pluck is not in this list because I just wasn't a fan of it. I just didn't really find it anything interesting and unique. Wasn't really a fan of it. I know a lot of people like it. I really didn't, so oh well. But this song is great. This song's really, really cool. It's very long, and that fake out is just crazy. I love how long it is. It's just almost funny to me how long that fake out is. But yeah, very, very cool single though. I really like this one a lot. When it got announced, I was excited. So yeah, this one's great. Next up here, we have Murda and Samplifier with Shook. This might be my favorite Disciple Roundtable song of last year. This song is just nuts, man. I love it so much. Two great artists, especially Murda, who I'm so glad is back in the scene. Yeah, this song is just nuts, dude. I love it so much. Love the intro, how it's got that mid-tempo kind of like, style, but then it goes into these crazy drops. They're just so sick, so powerful, really insane. Yeah, just a great song from both of them. I loved it. Next up here, we have Bandles with Bubble Bath. Bandles isn't really an artist that I really listen to. I never really liked their music. I thought it was just kind of goofy, just not really for me. However, this single is awesome. It's easily my favorite Bandles song. Awesome stuff. Awesome song. Really great melody. Really great drops. Very powerful. Just really good. I think this is definitely one of their best songs. I really, really love it. And I think definitely they're looking up in terms of music. I think I'm definitely going to check out more of their releases because this was really good. So big shout out to them. This was awesome. Next up, we have Number One from James Hype and Major Lazer. Yeah, this song's just awesome too. Really, really great. It's a bass house song. James Hype is really good, and I really do enjoy Major Lazer's music. So these two collabing was awesome. This is just a really fun house song. I really, really like it. It's great. And yeah, I definitely might check out more James Hype releases because he's really good. And this song is one of my favorite house songs of last year. This song's just so good. Very catchy vocal and melody. It's really, really good. I love it. Another great single here from Boss Fight again, this time with Dirty Phonics, and that would be Revenge. This might be my favorite Boss Fight song of last year. Honestly, this song's just so insane. Dirty Phonics as well, just really, really great. I did enjoy Burmake Nights, I believe it's called, and the one with Mika Martin as well. Those are good, but this is definitely my favorite Dirty Phonics single from last year. Both these artists are great. I definitely think this is better than Evil Inside from 2019. That song is just really heavy and in your face, but this song has a fun kind of sound to it. It definitely has a better flow, so I really like both drops a lot, and yeah, this is really, really cool. Really good stuff from both of them. Next up here, we have Calcium and Kent Osborne with Half and Half. Yeah, this single is definitely something that a lot of people may not like. I really enjoyed it. It was really cool, very different style. I love like the hip hop kind of rap sound that they have, and yeah, this is just awesome. So yeah, I think this is definitely one of my favorite Calcium songs, period. This is just really, really cool, and yeah, definitely my favorite single from him last year. I think this one's really good. Next up here, we have Rabbit with Jaqui from Effin here. I talked about this in my section about his album Cheap Thrills. This is my favorite single from the album, and I love it. Love the vocal, love the melody. All the drops are great. It's very weird, which is Jaqui's kind of input in there, but I actually really enjoy it. It's a really, really good song, and definitely my favorite from Effin's album. This one's really cool. Next up, we have Mode Step with BRB. Very cool drum and bass single from Mode Step here, who is now just Josh. Pat has left Mode Step, so now it's just Josh here. And yeah, this is great. His vocals are always incredible, and it's really great here. That what really drives the song are his great vocals, and the drops are awesome too. Great to see him come back and make a new song, so very cool. Next up, we have Ivory with Sea Turtles. This is a really fun mid-tempo song from Ivory. I really like this one a lot. I think it's really cool how he went for like mid-tempo. Because if this was dubstep, it would just be basic, kind of boring. But the mid-tempo works really well here. I think it's awesome and very, very fun, the whole Sea Turtles thing. It's really, really cool. Definitely my favorite Ivory song from last year. I really like this one a lot. Next up, we have Peekaboo, Flow Dance, Skrillex, and G-Rex with Batters. Yeah, really awesome one here. I really, really like this song. Very, very cool, very fun. The vocals from Flowdan are insane. The production is insane. The kind of sound is insane. It's just all insane. It's so good. Really, really cool stuff. I think this is definitely better than I think it was Rumble. Was that the one with Flowdan and Skrillex and Fred again? Yeah, I think this one is way better than that. This song's really, really cool. I like it a lot. Next up here, we have Panda Eyes with a great single, You Are Already Dead. I'm assuming this is going to be on Demons Part 2 whenever that comes out, because I think he's been working on that for literally like months now, and I really, really want it. So, yeah, but this is a great single. Probably my favorite single from him last year. Really fun. I just love how he has the more like lighthearted, melodic side of him, like from the Orange Soda EP, and then we have here like the heavy kind of side. So really great. I just think this one's really, really cool. Next, we have Infect with Internet G. This is by far my favorite Infect song from last year. Out of all the singles he's done, this is easily the best. And right below Orglore 2021, this is probably my favorite Infect song. I think second place. This is just so good. The melody in it is great. The drops are great. Very fun and lighthearted. I think this is so, so, so good. Really, really loved it a lot. So, yeah, this is really, really cool. Definitely enjoyed it a lot. Next up here, we have Murda with Ryut, his first song back, like his first single back. Well, I mean, because obviously there was Shook with Samplifier. This is his first single back on DPMO. This was great. Really enjoyed the single here that he did. I think the EP was pretty decent, nice little return from him, but I really love this song in particular, Ryut. This one's great, very fun sound. I really, really like it, and it's great. I'm glad he's back, really cool. So hopefully we'll see more of him this year, because yeah, this song was awesome. Next up, we have Sudden Death and Marauda with Peanut Butter. I love the name for this song because this song is so heavy, so in your face, and very requested, by the way. I'm sure that a lot of people are excited that this came out, and I am too. It's really great, and the fact that they named it Peanut Butter is just hilarious. I don't know what that comes from. No idea, whatever, but this song's awesome. Really, really great. Really glad this is out. I know they have way more collabs that they're going to release maybe this year, so we'll see, but this one was really cool. Next up here, we have Riot with Redemption on Subsidia. Yes, you heard that right. Riot released a single on Subsidia. Very cool that they did that, and I could tell that this is definitely more like a Subsidia song. I think they released it on Subsidia because they were at Bass Canyon this year, so that's probably why. Yeah, this is a great song. One of my favorites from them for sure, and really, really wanted to hear that second drop, that like a second part. That drop's awesome, so I'm glad it's out. This is just awesome. Really great song from them, and probably one of my favorite singles from them last year. Really good. Next up, we have Panda Eyes back again with Bell. Like I said, this is definitely my favorite single he did last year, I think. Next to You Are Already Dead. And my favorite out of the Orange Soda EP. What a great song. Very melodic, very emotional. I really, really love it. When he previewed it on Instagram, I was really excited to hear it. And here it is. Really, really awesome. And yeah, this is a great single. Very good. Definitely fits that EP very well, and it's really cool. Another great song here, we have the Billie Eilish remix from Jekyll and Hyde, of course the original by Armani White. This doesn't have the actual vocals from Billie Eilish, but this song is still insane. I was so happy that this came out. It's crazy, and it's also very, very popular. It went viral on Instagram. It has like 3 million views, the video that he uploaded of it, so really, really sick. Very glad that it's fully out. It's insane, and yeah, really, really good. Next up, we have Space Laces with another song, In the Place. This one came out in December. Nice little way to end the year off from him. Nothing really insane from him. You know, not changing any game boundaries here. Nothing really crazy or mind-blowing. Just a great song. Something to tie us over until this year, which I'm sure he's going to come back with some crazy stuff. So be on the lookout for that. He's going to be coming out with some really insane music this year, I know. So yeah, this one was very, very cool. Really like the vocal sample in the first drop a lot. Really cool. And finally, to wrap this all up, obviously this has been like, I think 40 or 50 songs already, so we're going to talk about one final one here. Hall's single from last year, Boss Fight. This came out, I think, like the 28th or 29th, right at the end of 2023. So, yeah, and it's definitely my favorite Hall song from last year, and one of my favorite songs from him, period. I was really excited to hear this one came out after hearing it in his ID mix. I think his little mixtape thing that he did last year. Very excited that this came out. It's so good. Love the drops and the fake out. Really, really cool. Great single from him to end the year off with. So with that, we end off the bass music roundup for 2023. I know there was a lot of singles to talk about, but all of the ones I discussed are incredible. So yeah, really, really good stuff. And like I said, it was just because there's so many of them. We went from 55 songs last year to 140. or 141, I believe. So yeah, a lot more music this past year, and I think 2024 is looking very promising. We're gonna see some crazy stuff, so definitely stay tuned. I'm gonna do a lot more reviews this year of some great music. So yeah, definitely let me know what were some of your favorite releases from last year in the description. And yeah, thank you all for watching, and see you later.